Peace and greetings, my beloved brothers and my sisters of the divine light. Thank you for joining me here at this time. My name is Gadimshi Golden Sun, and this message is particularly for the conscious collective. All right, I'm noticing some aspects of the collective, some aspects of the community that is really not supporting our growth and development into our own divinity, into recognition of our divinity, into acceptance of our divinity, into the ease and the allowance of being one with the infinite spirit of God. We have to do better in the areas of communication when we're speaking in spaces where we're learning. You know what I mean? Because in spaces where we are learning means that there's an acquiring that's happening. There's a process of development that's taking place. There's an order that's happening. And I've been seeing a lot of people dropping comments, and these comments have been showing me that people are consumed with head knowledge. I read the Emerald Tablets. I read the Dead Sea Scrolls. I read this. So they read so many texts, and it's like, oh, because I have all these texts, I'm a god, and I know motherfucking consciousness, and y'all motherfuckers still sleep. Damn, y'all motherfuckers still sleep. Man, y'all motherfuckers never gonna wake up. Man. And it's like, that energy is just so not supportive to nothing. Number one, you're showing people what you do when you acquire knowledge. That's not what you do when you acquire knowledge. That's what happens when you got head knowledge. Head knowledge is knowledge that you just have in your head to throw at other people. So they come in my comments, see that we're doing a whole learning up in here, and they're just going to take a shit with what they've been regurgitating, but it doesn't serve no purpose. It's like, you're saying all this, and so what? And it's like, I drop a video expressing about how, chosen ones create suffering when we step outside of the will of our most high self, because you already know what you're here to do if you tune in with you, source. But if you don't know what you're tuned in with, then you're tuned in with ego. And if you're tuned in with ego and you're operating from the flesh, you are going to inherit suffering. That's a summary. This person came in the comments talking about we all gods, and we all both got devil and light. And so it's just a polarity, peace. And it's like, bro, that's not the subject. We already covered that. You should have been here for class 2. That was class 2. Duality. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, what the fuck are you dropping a comment for? You want to be seen. Okay, I get it. You want to come over here where I'm working, where I'm tending to the field, where I'm feeding the flock, and you want to drop your 2 cents of taking the shit up in here. And then the brother was like, I'm just here to awaken the light workers. I'm like, bro, you here to awaken the light workers, bro? You got 5 posts on your page. Your page is private. And you came in here offering value that no one could receive because of how you delivered it. What are you not realizing? That your shit is not working right now? And this is what people have been doing in this community. It's like, nah, bro, we're not doing this. This doesn't support our creation of God consciousness. This does not support the golden age. This is not supportive. It's not. It's not, because I'm not doing this work to be seen like somebody who's what? What the fuck? I'm doing this work so you can recognize yourself. And so if I'm doing this work for you to recognize yourself, my interest is in your receptivity of my message. If I'm doing this work. And so when I see comments like these, it, number one, tells me people are not doing this work. It tells me, number two, people are consumed with head knowledge. They read a couple books. They've seen a couple seminars. Someone told them they were a god. They didn't receive it from scripture though. So they're not referencing anything. They're just a god because we gods. And that's cool. But the thing is, how do you support somebody else in acquiring that level of consciousness without any reference? How the fuck do you do that? Because you can tell people what they want to tell them all the time. As soon as you're done talking to them, here comes the news to talk to them. Here comes the social media to talk to them. Here comes the fucking world to talk to them. Here comes all this thing to talk. So if you're not giving people the way and showing them the steps, what the fuck are you doing? You distracting. In the hopes of higher consciousness. And that shit is poor, bro. It's poor performance, bro. It shows that there's no character, bro. It shows that we demonize people that are not where we are in the process. How the fuck can you do that? It's like, where is the love? I can't even see that I can't even say that you've seen it yet. Truthfully, I can't even say that you've seen the purpose of realizing God consciousness yet. It's not a label. It's not just to be seen by other people as that. And it's nothing about other people, bro. Until it comes to the point of giving. Means that you're in union with yourself. And if you're in union with your higher self, you are going to become a delivery system. That is the summary of love. And so coming to somebody's comments, sharing your 2 cents of head knowledge, taking the shit up in here where it's not asked for, and you not providing no wisdom and insight in a way that anybody can assimilate it is a distracting. It's a distraction thing. I think it's a form of trauma. This person was probably not loved in the form of the process, like most of us. So how are we going to love in the process if we're not adding love to the process? I mean, my biological parents didn't give me this knowledge. I had to come out here and get it too. I had to see C. Freeman Nail too. I had to see Dr. Ishmael too. I had to see Michael Beckwith too. I had to talk to Phil Valentine too. I had to talk to Dr. Joseph Murphy too. I had to talk to Neville Goddard too. What the fuck? How do we make this easy if you're making it hard? Stop making it fucking hard. Stop judging people for not being where you are. You don't get nothing for being where you are. There's nothing you get. The only thing you can get is your afforded satisfaction and alignment. That's it. And so I had to just share my sense of knowledge and wisdom with this person. But then it told me that there's a lot of people doing this, because this is not the first time. Most times I don't even respond. But now as I'm walking more in depth into this journey, I feel like I can't just leave somebody saying shit on my platform, because people check my comments and I need them to see that we correct over here. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to share this message because I know that it's going to edify all the masculine, all my brothers out here. And the feminine can also recognize what a balanced masculine looks like, because she going to think that a man who just walking around with the title God on his forehead, not using no references, not supporting nobody else and acquiring the same level of consciousness, just demonizing everybody for not being there. Bro, that's a child, bro. Not a child of God, though. You feel me? That's child mentality, but not child of God mentality. Whereas when you operate in child of God mentality, you know that this motherfucking journey is hard and nobody's interested in it being harder. So why the fuck you making it harder? Because you don't recognize that your desire to be seen by other people is toxic. So instead of you to build your own community, instead of you to build your own platform, you see my video damn near going viral, and then you jump in here trying to drop comments about how to learn what you're not teaching. Then y'all go to your page and you don't have nothing up on there but 5 posts on a private platform. You're distracting, bro. You're distracting. You're distracting. And you're also showing people that this is not a good thing. You're making people feel like this is not a good thing, because you're not allowing them to see the fruits of what it means to be an attuned, individually expressing the spirit. You know what I'm saying? You're not giving somebody the reason to be inspired. You're giving them a reason to be ashamed. So that person must be feeling ashamed about something, because people are only projecting what they're feeling on a secret level. You want to keep it secret, but you post it on public. So normally, if somebody's trying to make other people feel a certain ways because they feel that way. I'm liberated. I'm sovereign. I'm esteemed. And that's what I give to people. I'm connected. I'm united. I'm enlightened. That's what I give to people. And I do it in a way that is acceptable, because they need to be able to find a reason to accept it. If it's unacceptable, just because it's true doesn't mean shit. That's why I started off with the text. It's like having all this head knowledge without the acquired desire. Nobody gives a fuck. And so that shit is next to invisible. How do you make some shit invisible? I mean, how do you make some shit visible that is invisible? You help people give a care. And you got to give a care in order to help them find one. So if you're doing this shit without love, good fucking luck. You're not going to have nothing in your basket. You just trying to be a fisher of men, you're going to have an empty net if you cannot do this with love. Because nobody cares about your logical understanding interpretations. Nobody gives a fuck. You have to find a way to help them have a fuck. That's called care. People need to learn that. They should come to my class. However, this video is not going to be too long, but I definitely wanted to make sure to get it to y'all, because I'm noticing that, you know, as I walk with the Father, I am a father to these children of his who are not recognizing him. And so I'm going to be the father, because it seemed like people need some good fatherhood and some good direction. So I'll be your father figure, but just figure the one true father. Amen. Talk to y'all soon. Very well, and be in peace. Peace.